Takaro, because that's where I'm headed. I don't think I want to give anything up for it. So, no map. Simply because I don't want to give up any of my potions or my rope just for a map. I know, that's probably a huge mistake, but whatever. You help the captain carry his purchases, which fill 2 large wooden boxes. As you stagger from the apothecary, he tells you he is anxious to return to the boat without delay. His men are good soldiers, but poor sailors. He fears that without his watchful eye and stern command, they will forget their work and drink themselves into a stupor. His fears are unfounded, for upon your return to the quay, the Kazanora is fitted out and ready for sail. "Cast off!" booms the captain, enjoying the novelty of his new riverboat command. "We make Rim by nightfall." The captain is as good as his word. As dust settles over the storm, you sail into the horseshoe harbor at Rim. The city is choked with people, mercenaries from the north and west, weapon merchants from the east, and ragged refugees from the war-torn south. The captain orders his men to sleep aboard the Kazanora this night, forbidding them to go ashore, for Prince Balian of Rioma and his mercenary knights are encamped inside the city wall. A bitter and long-standing rivalry exists between the two companies, and the captain wisely wishes to avoid confrontation. Rumor has it that a number of the Stornland's most powerful princes are gathered in Rim to plot the defeat over the Slovenians. However, the captain believes it is more likely that the robber barons are conspiring against each other to steal the riches of the Takaro for themselves. You set sail at first light, bidding farewell to the slender twin towers of the Rim Citadel, which overshadows the city quay. The Storn flows out southwards from the steep-sided fields of the vines, arranged in endless straight rows like the waves of a green sea. The weather is warm, and you spend the day on deck watching the traffic of refugees heading north along the highway with the strange gigantic toads, the sloats, at work pulling riverboats and barges upstream. Okay, that's a little weird. It is late afternoon when you sight the town of Eula in the distance. You saddle your horse and shoulder your equipment as the Kazanora berths at the town's wooden pier. If you purchase a riverboat ticket for the riverboat, I did do that. I guess there's possible not to? Alright, you sense that your time has come for you to decide whether to stay with the captain or leave his company and ride to Takaro alone. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I kind of want to stay with the captain, but on the other hand, I got a mission to do. No, I think it's better to, you know what, screw it, I'm staying with the captain. I'll leave when the time is right. Oh, but I mean, the thing is, it's like, what if he expects me to help him and then I run off on my own? And, I'm sticking with the captain, I like him. You ride into Ilula at the captain's side, his banner emblazoned with the flaming battle axe fluttering overhead. The town has been turned into a huge army encampment. Its people have long since fled to the north, abandoning their homes and livestock with the gold-hungry soldiers. Men from a dozen nations rub soldiers with warriors of less than human origins. United by common greed, the captain turns to the south, where the highway is clogged with foot soldiers. As you catch your first glimpse of Takaro, burning beneath a pall of black smoke, your heart sinks. This is where the Lorestone lies, in a city under siege from an enemy of 10,000 fighting men. As you approach a tangle of siege works at the bank of the River Qual, the captain points to an encampment in the field to your left, where a blue flag with a gold eagle flutters in the soot-laden air. "Prince Iravin's standard," he says. "The time has come to meet our paymaster. If you wish to stay with the captain's company, sure, why not? I said I'd stick it out." Prince Iravin holds a conference of war. An hour passes before the captain returns to his company, and his news is greeted by mixed feelings by his travel-weary men. "We ride into battle tonight," he says, his voice firm and unwavering. "We are to lead an attack across the Takaro Bridge to break the city gate, which is greatly weakened at the moment. We must attack tonight if the enemy are to be prevented from making good their repairs." Many of his men, battle-hardened veterans of countless wars, cannot hide their fear that the attack is suicidal. The gate is heavily defended by archers and cannot be taken without great loss of life. "Each man will be paid 1,000 crowns," said the captain, hoping to change their minds with the promise of gold. But few are impressed. What use is gold to them if they are killed in the assault? "Those who wish to fight can stay by my side," he bellows, his steel blue eyes blazing with anger. "Those who will not fight can go." Yeah, I think it's time for me to go. I can't risk my mission for a suicidal attack against the city I have no quarrel with. As much as I like the captain. So I think it's time to leave. Take care, captain and chum, old buddy, old pal. You ride along the muddy path running the length of the ridge that overlooks the great stone bridge. High stone walls and a fortified gatehouse rise steeply from the riverbank, and the only access to the city is across the bridge. You stare at the battlements of Takaro with growing despair, for they bristle with archers and cauldrons of molten lead. The burnt-out hulks of siege towers and the bodies of dead soldiers lie strewn in heaps before the battered city gate. From where you are, you can see the cathedral spire silhouetted in the glow of innumerable fires at the center of Takaro. If it were not for the accursed war, you would be in the crypt in less than an hour. You see that before you, the path dips steeply towards a line of tents erected behind the wall of earthen logs. They overflow with the wounded from countless assaults across the bridge. If you have the Magna Chi discipline of curing, you may stop and help the wounded men? Yes, I will do that. Oh, by the way, I think I've more than reached... yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm back up to full health now. The conditions inside the tent are appalling. Badly wounded men lie on the muddy ground with nothing but rags to dress their injuries. Many are without boots, which have been stolen by the treacherous comrades, who take advantage of their helplessness. One such man is cutting the purse from an unconscious soldier when you enter the hut. He leaps to his feet and attacks you with a curved knife. Combat skill 16, endurance 21. Alright. Battle. Oh, please. I'm gonna pimp slap this guy. Let's get it on! 7, I'm down to 36. He's dead, I'm down to 34. Take that, thief! Prizing the pouch from the thief's hand, you return it to the pocket of the unconscious soldier. Many of the wounded men witness what you have done, and from that moment you become a hero in their eyes. You use your use of the Magna Chi discipline of curing to heal many of their wounds strengthens their esteem and devotion. They pledge themselves to help you in any way they can. Oh, that's nice of them. If you wish to ask them if there's any way of getting into Takaro undetected, yeah, of course I'm going to ask that. Some of the men laugh and look at you as if you're crazy, but one man calls you over to his side and hands you a leather tube. It's a map of Takaro, he whispers painfully. I don't know how you can enter the city, but if you find a way, this map may be of use. You thank the injured man and leave the tent, unless you already possess a map marking it. Oh, crud. Obviously, a map is important. So, I'm going to give up one of my combat +2. Tech. I'll just do that. Alright. Alright. The path ends at the point where the River Storn and Qual converge in a V-shaped bank. Orgrun engineers and carpenters are busy at work constructing pontoons for floating bridges, which look like enclosed rowing boats that are designed to be used to cross the river further downstream. Staring out across the water, you notice a dark shadow like the entrance of a cave at the base of the city wall. After concentrating for a few moments, you find that you can make out the dull crisscross of metal bars. This is a sewer outfall. If you wish to ask the blueskin Orgrons what they know about the sewer outfall, yes I do. "You're looking at the hellhole," says an Orgron. "When the siege began, Prince Erevan sent 10 humans in there to find out where it leads. When they never came back, he sent 10 Orgrons in. Ain't seen none of them since." Another Orgron, who is splitting a log with his bare hands, overhears the conversation. "We heard noises in the hellhole late at night," he says guilefully. "Horrible noises. Sounds like an old woman having sex with a cat. Horrible noises." He draws a fat finger across his blue-black throat before returning to his work. I'm sorry. I cracked myself up. Alright. If you wish to ask the Orgorons if you can use one of their platoons to row across to the hellhole, sure, why not?